Question for you is, what percentage of your business do you believe comes from the phone? And when I say the phone, that can be directly or indirectly. Hi, we've had a lot of interest and questions regarding the mystery shops. We've been doing a lot of those lately. So I thought I'd put a quick video together for you with 7 of the biggest mistakes that we've found that people make when following up with prospects. Hopefully it's useful for you and you can run a training session or a meeting on this yourself. So let me flick you over to the presentation quickly. Now, question for you is, what percentage of your business do you believe comes from the phone? And when I say the phone, that can be directly or indirectly. When you think about your sales department, if you're a DP watching this, it could be your service department, your parts department, your business manager. What percentage, directly or indirectly, do you think of your business comes from the phone? What do you think about that? Whatever the percentage, it's big. From a reliable source, this is simply the biggest living thing on the planet. I can't even pronounce it, but it's a tree. But it's a big percentage. True? Yes. Now, the first mistake that people make with following up prospects is, firstly, they don't follow up. And you might go, no way! Some of you might not be saying that. You'd be like, yeah, I know that happens. You see, with all the mystery shops that we've done, close to 100 now in the last few months, I don't have exact stats on this, but I would say about 25% max have actually followed us up. That is, we've had a conversation with them and that's it, done. Or an email backwards and forwards, that's it, email inquiry, done. Absolutely insane. Now, hopefully this is not happening at your dealership, but it does happen way, way too much. That's, trying to pick low-hanging fruit, for example, is pretty common. Number 2 is, we're not game ready. We're going to rush through these, by the way, or go through them pretty quickly. Not game ready. What do I mean by not game ready? Well, before you make a call, as you know, you have to prepare. You have to think about what's your outcome, what's your game plan. You have to get in the right frame of mind. And I'll give you a classic. I was asked years ago to work with a particular salesperson. We'll call him Sam, that's not his name. And Sam was really bad on the phone. His results were terrible. And I was asked to work with him one-on-one to try and get his results up. Anyway, turns out Sam used to be a bouncer. And you could just actually see him. He had really short, like a crew cut hair. You could just see him on the door go, all right, lads. But he had a very deep voice, but not a radio voice. It wasn't enthusiastic enough to be a radio voice. It just needed a lot of work. And I said to Sam, straight off the bat, I said, Sam, you're not going to be a 10 out of 10 on the phone. I said, but if you do these handful of things that I'll share with you, if you implement them, you could be a 7 or an 8 on the phone. And he's like, oh, sounds good. So anyway, long story short, Sam implemented what I shared with him. And moving forward a few years now, he's now a very successful sales manager. And he's actually very, very good on the phone. He's probably hit a 9 purely because of those things that we went through. And then of course he gained the confidence as well. So super important to be game ready. Number 3 is that they don't know or cater to the prospect's communication preference. What am I talking about? Well, some people, as you know, you'll be the same. You'll either love email or hate email, love text messaging, hate text messaging, love talking on the phone or hate it, or somewhere in between. But so many times in the mystery shops, we sent an internet inquiry and actually asked a question or two and said, please email me the response. 9 times out of 10, we got a phone call. Now, I understand maybe from making a sale on the phone, it might be a bit easier. You've got that interaction, you can actually hear the person and so forth. But we asked specifically to be emailed and we weren't. So you're actually going to miss the mark there completely. In fact, one of the emails, it was a classic. I asked a specific question. I actually did the mystery shop myself. I got a phone call and then the salesperson said, how can I help you? So I just asked the same question again. And he said, oh, I've never been asked that before. I'll have to call the manufacturer. So he hadn't even read the email. Just insane. So we've got to get away from that and we've got to tailor, at least initially. Number 4 is leaving uninspiring messages. We received a lot of voicemail messages and most of them just said, hi Adrian, hi Mary, it's Bob here from ABC Motors. just calling regarding the Audi, give me a call back on 04 and then the phone number. Now that might be a standard, even okay message, but where's selling the sizzle? Where's talking about how great the car is? Where's the excitement about my inquiry or our inquiry? Building it up, selling a couple of the key features, so making it personalized to that particular person. That's what's missing, and you've got to do it in today's day and age, especially. Not selling the car, the dealership, finance, or an appointment. Again, this wasn't everybody, but I'm talking about the mass majority. We've done close to 100 mystery shops now in the last few months, and we've got some more to do. And it just blew me away. In fact, one of the dealer principals, when I first spoke to him and said, before we did the mystery shops for his dealership group, I asked the question, what's your outcome? Like, what are you hoping to achieve? What are you looking for in these phone calls and emails? And one thing that he said, I want to make sure that they're selling our dealership. He said, we make a big thing about that, and I really want to make sure that's happening. Out of 36 phone and internet inquiries we made, one person sold the dealership verbally. And it was the very last mystery shop we did. Nobody else did it at all. Unbelievable. Number 6, they don't stand out. This guy stands out, doesn't he? A purple cow. But not standing out, just really just going through the motions. Just going through the motions, not doing anything that's amazing, just blending in with everybody else, just like a brown or a black cow would. But a purple cow stands out. And that's why there's certain strategies that we use that make you stand out. It's not rocket science, but if you're in the habit of just being, bland, if you will. And then the interesting thing was, in a lot of these dealerships we've been speaking to and doing mystery shops, often the newer people did much better, had a much more effective phone call and internet inquiry response than the older salespeople or more experienced. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but often we sensed they were trying to sniff a deal, or unless it was, happening today or tomorrow, then they weren't interested. So just very interesting. And the final one is no progress made. Literally, there's got to be a next step. So I understand stock's a major issue and has been for a while, but a lot of these phone calls were quite depressing. How come? Because the salesperson was making it like pretty morbid. I've never seen it like this. It's so depressing. Cars are going to take 4 or 5 months. It's really bad at the moment. Sometimes it's longer. We've got to turn these potential negatives into positives. And it's not a difficult thing to do. It's simple, it's not easy, but you can actually turn that around. But I'm a big believer that you can get progress in every single follow-up call. Progress, whether that's towards making a sale, if it's service or booking, or finding out it's closer to not making a sale or booking. That's still progress. Whereas too many calls are, it's not a good time, whatever. Okay, can I call you later in the week? Sure. And there's no, I call it an advancement versus a continuation. And a continuation, you just have so many leads to follow up because you're not getting anywhere with them. Let's get progress, let's move forward, let's get that advancement. And the final thing I just wanted to show you here is if you are interested yourself in getting some mystery shops for your dealership, please reach out. I've left my email address there. And or if you are keen to explore at least or implement our 3-month internet or phone and internet mastery program, this is phenomenal because the reason it's 3 months, it's short enough that you can focus on one thing for 3 months, well, 2 things, phone and internet, but B, whatever you focus on grows, true? So you will improve your results, I guarantee that. But also it's a little bit different to most training is we have the training component which can be done in person or live online if you want to. And then there's an implementation stage. So we have training and then implementation. Then your team come back and then we get feedback, we refine what we do, we give different tips, different strategies, they go away and implement that as well. And the results we've seen are pretty phenomenal. But it's only a 3-month program and it is limited how many people we can have, how many dealerships we can have at any one time. So if you are interested in either of those or both, please reach out. I say my email's there, it's adrian@automotivestars.com. Hopefully that little video was beneficial to you. Please don't make these mistakes. I actually had 10 mistakes initially because there are more, but I didn't want the video to be that long. So 7 mistakes, let's avoid those. Let's do the right thing. Let's get more appointments, more sales. See you soon. Bye.